My friends, it is Green Thumb Thursday, where we give you the tips and tricks you need to help your gardens flourish. And while we are now in the summer season, you may be thinking of plants that would thrive in your summer garden or that you could add to your garden. So this morning, I'm joined by Director of Horticulture at Riverbanks Zoo and Garden, Andy Cabe, to talk about some plant collections he works closely with at Riverbanks Zoo. I'm rocking one right now. He said I could put it in my hair.
You look good.
Thank you, Andy.
A
Thank you.
flower makes everything better.
Yes, it does. All right, so what do we have today?
So today we have a vase full of Crinum lilies.
Ooh.
And Crinum lilies are actually a big bulb. You might be used to planting daffodils and things like that are about this tall, but this is a Crinum lily bulb. They'll get bigger than this too. They'll get almost the size of a volleyball, some of them.
Wow.
So these are very durable bulbs in our climate. Most of them are very cold hardy, will come back year after year. The foliage will typically die back in the freeze like a lot of perennials. You cut it back and then just wait for spring. And then you erupt with all of these different colors. I mean, there's lots of pinks, reds, whites, stripes. There are a bunch of different hybrids. You know, people are breeding these for different heights, different flower color, different flower shape, cold hardiness, all sorts of things. So at Riverbanks, we actually have a great collection of Crinum lilies, probably one of the largest, probably on the East Coast.
Wow.
In a public garden. And I think right now we probably have over about 200 different varieties of Crinum lilies. Yeah. So we have a collection area where we focus and have all of our major plant collections, and we're getting ready to redo that. And hopefully this fall we'll be kind of having a grand reopening of our collection garden.
Oh, I love this. Now, Andy, let me ask you this, because I see this, and for me, you know, I do not have a green thumb, don't claim to have one. It looks a little intimidating. Is this something that you think us novice gardeners would be able to maintain at home?
100%. It looks intimidating, but it's one of the easiest things you'll encounter. The hardest part of these things, we're gonna look at this giant bulb again, is digging these things up. So above ground, you're only seeing this foliage part. Right. And you may not realize it's got all this underground. So you kind of have to dig a big hole so you're not chopping off pieces of the bulbs if you're digging straight down. Digging these things is the hardest part. Planting them, maintaining them, having them bloom, no problem at all.
Oh, okay. So that's good to hear, because when I see this, I'm like, there is nothing easy just by looking at it from this. Now, also at Riverbanks, what's another big summer flower for y'all? What are y'all focusing on right now?
Oh gosh, I mean, everything. We focus a lot right now on pollinator plants. Plants that attract insects, bees, butterflies, all of those sorts of things. So that's one thing we're really trying to promote right now, is encouraging people to plant plants that will attract pollinators to get insects back in their garden, all the things that pollinate plants and help make your food.
So what are some of those pollinator plants?
Oh gosh, we've got Coreopsis right now, Rudbeckia, the black-eyed Susan. There are a number of different sunflowers that are annuals or perennials.
Oh, I love sunflowers.
You lost your flower.
I gotta put it back in, y'all. I mean, this is key to the segment. We don't got the flower in the hair. We're not doing it right.
I know, that's really the only reason we're here, is the flower in the hair. But, you know, just everything that's blooming right now, there's just so much going on. Lots of your plants that are in the aster family that look like daisies, a lot of those are blooming. Yes. So, you know, there's just so much going on right now.
Yeah, and so having these pollinator plants really is what's going to help that summer garden thrive, and that's also in a way going to help you prepare for the rest of the seasons as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. We're trying to keep it's important that we not just do our yards for just the sheer beauty, but to try to incorporate some other things that help the environment, help the ecosystem. That's why we're encouraging the pollinators to kind of, a lot of the things we're planting now will bloom till August, September, maybe even to October. So a lot of the things that are going now are great transitions all the way up until the fall.
I love that. So do the hard work now, and you will see the fruits of your labor later in the seasons. Thank you so much, Andy, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And for my new hairpiece, I appreciate you.